Let's talk about the trailer that we care the most about, and that is Deadpool 3. It's not Deadpool 3. It's Deadpool and Wolverine.
I saw it now. I knew that it was obviously wrong and stupid and fake, but I did see some stuff on the internet that was like that it was going to be called Deadpool and Friend. And I honestly...
Deadpool and Friends?
No, just Deadpool and Friend. And I was like, that's kind of funny. And then somebody was like, only if it shows up like that in the thing when Wolverine shows up and he says, I ain't your fucking friend. And he goes, oh. And then it turns over to Deadpool and Wolverine.
So,
Which I thought
you and I have different opinions on this, apparently. So, I really enjoyed this trailer.
The fucking rug. I love the humor at the beginning of it. But then what were they showing? What was the rest of it?
So, here's what I think. Here's what I gathered from it. My thought is...
I knew the TVA would be involved.
Either two things. One, the TVA is coming after him because he kept fucking with Cable's time device.
Yes.
And changing shit at the end of the second movie.
Yeah.
Because Vanessa's in this.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's got that fucking terrible wig on, which is funny as shit.
So great.
So, he's clearly changed something in the timeline, so that would be why the TVA shows up.
Right.
Also... Or they show up and get him because they want him to work for them and go kill the Fox X-Men.
Maybe.
And just to get rid of that timeline.
But, like, who is he fighting in any of those scenes? I couldn't tell.
I'm sure we'll find out in the movie.
Random...
I think they're hiding... They showed enough and they're hiding a lot of shit.
That's totally fine with me. And yes, I did...
You said you wanted more.
I did. I don't want to be
more
that
Wolverine
guy.
in it?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I am a baby. I am a fucking baby, and I want my snacks.
I thought that too, because I said in my head, I was like, why did they take so long to reveal Wolverine? We know he's in this movie. I'm
okay with it, though.
But you and I are different. So we do this podcast, we do all this nerdy news shit. So we knew about the set photos and stuff. The average person watching the Super Bowl probably doesn't.
Fair.
So they might not even known that fucking Wolverine was in this.
Fair. That's a fair point.
Which is why that
hard to believe, but a fair point.
That final scene is a big deal because it's popping the claws, saying he's in it, and then putting him in the title is good. Having it, I know it sounds silly, but having Wolverine and Deadpool in the title will make money.
Oh, yeah.
Just because normies will see, Deadpool and Wolverine. And by the looks of it, you don't need to see anything else because it looks like they're going to just blow it all up. Because what I got from that is the TVA is hiring Deadpool to kill the Fox universe.
That's what we talked about last year.
Somebody pointed out that scene where you just see the back of his head, that they think it's Patch.
Right. Yeah.
And they think
yes. I do remember that part.
And they think that's how they're going to bring in the new Wolverine. Like, this is going to, like, have Hugh Jackman, like, passing the torch in this, like, this is the MCU version of Wolverine.
Yes.
Something to that effect. I don't know if that's true or not. It could just be Hugh Jackman. We don't know. But I think that's an interesting idea. Or... let's not get ahead of ourselves and make this movie bigger than it is, because it already is big enough.
Fair. Do you think they're going to try and get a no-name, or do you think it's somebody that we know?
I think it's going to be somebody young, because they're going to use them as much as possible.
Right. Yep. Young but old enough.
Young but a little bit established. Yeah.
No, I mean like, late 20s, not.
Yeah, I know, but that's.
We're not talking 16.
No. I don't know. I think first of all, we get confirmation of the rumors that the TVA is in it. That's big to me. But yeah, what I got from that was like, they're like, hey, we're hiring you.
What's Daphne
And we're
Keane
showing you this universe.
Yeah. What's Daphne Keane up to? Isn't that the girl who played X-23?
Yeah, I don't know why she's not in it.
What's she up to?
Maybe she is in it. They mix up shots.
Maybe she doesn't act anymore. You never know. Some child actors do it once and they're like, fuck that.
I also think this was being made probably, I don't know. They probably, I think there's much more to this movie. Like, there's much more money in this movie because I think there's going to be, if you think about the first two Deadpool movies, they worked because they were a smaller budget. So I'm a little concerned with the multiverse aspect. It's going to be because they said it's not tied to Logan. It's its own thing. But it's still, to me, kind of fun and weird and awesome that potentially, like I said originally when we first saw that set photo and we speculated about it, I think it's fucking hilarious that Deadpool is going to be responsible for bringing the X-Men into the MCU.
We talked about this.
A character that canonically it's been a joke that he has always tried so hard to be in the X-Men, but he was in the X-Force. He was in all this other shit, but he was never in the X-Men. He was like in the Daniel Way thing, but even then it was a joke. It wasn't a real thing. So to see that in the movies, he's arguably one of the most popular mutants.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's paired up with the most popular mutant, a character that they've, again,
we know Colossus is in it.
Who I wish they would. Maybe they'll do it in this movie.
What?
I wish they'll touch on the fact that Deadpool only exists because of Logan. It's Logan's healing factor.
Yeah.
Like they try to do it in Origins and it's stupid. But like, you know what I mean? Like, these two characters are always been tied together, and to think it took them this long to finally put them together is kind of crazy. I mean,
yeah,
good on them for doing Cable in the second Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Do you think he's gonna show up?
Do you really think they wouldn't say that Josh Brolin's in it by now? You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying not to do the fucking WandaVision thing where it's like building it up to be this bigger thing.
Oh yeah, no, I totally. After 4 years now, it's been since the end of Endgame and whatnot. 4 years, right? 2020.
Yeah, it was 2019. 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
Be 5 years this spring.
In the time since the end of Phase 4, right? Phase 3. It was Phase 3 was the end.
Yeah. Phase 4 was post Endgame.
Yes. So
after
the time,
Spider-Man.
in the time since the
Far From
Infinity
Home.
Saga, that's a lot easier to say. Why didn't you just fucking say
why
that?
didn't you say that,
fucking
you
dipshit?
stupid ass?
What the fuck is wrong
God.
with you? Fuck you. Podcast is over. No.
Come on, Cohagen. You got what you want. Give these people air.
In the time that
I picked that one.
since then, I have been really guilty of it. Go back and listen to any podcast when
I'm going to do it.
when we're reviewing any one of the projects that has come out from the MCU since the end of the Infinity Saga. Every one of them,
Yeah.
I think most of them I can say like, oh, I was thinking this and I was thinking this, but no, I didn't get, and we've had 2 Spider-Man movies since the end of the Infinity Saga. That's kind of tough. That's kind of cool.
And one of them brought in the other Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which is pretty wild.
Which is great. And
Yeah.
it's awesome that they made a freaking Lego
and
set
Sam
of it.
Raimi did a fucking Marvel movie post Endgame,
But so you're right. I don't want to get into that. And we've talked about it so many times how I go into a movie and I can't fucking help myself. I'm just sitting there going, which one of the cameos? What are the cameos going to be like? Who are they going to show up? What am I going to miss? Because I sometimes forget to watch for
Just
the fucking
enjoy the
story. Because I'm like, what was that? What was that? And I'm always looking around the corner of the fucking movie and shit. So,
and that's another thing too.
I agree with you. We should not build this up. When is it? July?
Yeah, July 26th.
2 days after my albums come out, dude.
Whoa!
Hey, you're welcome, Ryan. Good old lead up.
He needed the rub. He needed the T-Bird rub. T-Bird tug.
You know what? He
Make
asked.
that a t-shirt.
Hey, he asked. I delivered.
You tugged? The T-Bird
You
tug.
fucking got it, man. You fucking got it. Yeah! Oh, no. Come on.
No.
Why did you play it again?
I didn't mean to.
I hate you.
I meant to.
I hate you. Brilliant. So, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, we trust Ryan Reynolds just like we trust like James Gunn. There's a couple people in the MCU or Marvel adjacent, because technically the first two Deadpools were not whatever. But there's a couple people that are involved in that you trust. I trust James Gunn as a filmmaker. I trust Ryan Reynolds handling the comics, and I trust I trust handling the movie aspect of these comic books because he clearly loves the characters, he loves the project, and he knows what's funny and what works. So regardless of how they make it, I know that I'm going to enjoy it. I know that it's going to be funny and action packed, and I know they're going to raise the bar. Because you fucking know Ryan Reynolds.
I wonder what this is going to look like because he's collaborated with Sean Levy.
Yeah.
A couple times now. This is like because he did the Adam Project.
Yeah.
I think he did that Spirited, which was the Christmas movie he did with Will Ferrell, and then I think this.
Okay.
It'd be interesting what he does with this, with it being the R rating, and I'm glad they're sticking to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously it worked in the first two movies. Why would you change it?
Right.
I'm interested a lot by this, but I am a little worried, and I hope they're not relying too much on Easter eggs. And I'm excited to see where this goes because, again, like I said, it's going to be the idea of like, oh my God, Deadpool is going to bring in the X-Men. Like, that's going to be nuts. I still think we're a few years off before that even happens.
I would love.
But do you know what this means?
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
but I just think that it's going to
finish.
This is going to connect to the Marvels in some way.
Of course,
This is
it
going
has to.
is going to connect to where this is where Monica is.
Yes,
it was going to be the connection, I think, or
right.
something to that effect.
Now, I believe that who we saw at the end of the Marvels is Carol Danvers as Binary. That's who that is. So, anyway,
because he calls. I rewatched my wife finally watched it, and he calls her Binary.
Yeah. So, they're really going to raise the bar. I think they're gonna do it right, and I'm excited. And Ryan Reynolds is one of those actors / producers / whatever entertainers who knows what his audience wants. And he knows how to deliver it. And he's going to raise the bar. You just know it.
And I just love the fact that there's going to be jokes about the first time they meet. Like, there's got to be jokes about him being like, oh, God, we got to get this over with. This is the first fight. Or this is the fight we have. Because they're going to have the, like, oh, we got to fight each other.
I hope that...
and then they become friends.
I hope...
That's how comic books work.
My fervent hope is that when they meet... that Deadpool's trying to talk to Wolverine, and the entire time Wolverine is just killing him over and over again, and he just keeps like he'll just be like, hey, I'm Deadpool, and just swipe, his head's gone, like, well, all right, take his head, like, okay, well, and takes his hand off, like that'd be funny. But I also hope that that they try and show it would be kind of cheesy, but if they show him like popping up in different MCU projects. Yeah. Like in the past, just popping up in
it's like shittily CG'd
like
in there.
in the middle, like in the middle of like Age of Ultron, like at the party at the beginning.
A green screen. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Whoa, I'm in the party at the beginning of.
I was here the whole time.
Yeah. Like kind of like Secret Wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be really good. And if I could figure out where to put my mouth so that I don't keep blowing out the speakers, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Be nice. And I love the fact that we're going to see Wolverine slicing and dicing again.
With the yellow
suit. I'm really excited to see what that fight's going to look like in front of the 20th Century Fox logo.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
That's what I was
but I don't, and that's nothing.
See, I couldn't figure out what that was. I was trying to figure out what those stones were.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were fighting in front of that.
Okay. Cool. That'll be fun. Of course, we're getting close. How long have we been recording?
Did you see the Did you see the poster?
No.
It's best friend heart thing that's broken, and it says "Come Together," and one side looks like Deadpool's logo, one side's Wolverine's logo. I'm like, it truly is amazing that it took this long. I understand that Hugh Jackman was on his way out with Logan.
Of course.
But we knew this was going to happen. It just took this long. And it's going to be great. Because those two are It's the bromance of all. It's the best bromance of all time.
Here's the thing is that there was a time when I believed that we would never see. You know what I mean? I just believed it because Hugh Jackman was very adamant about it for years. You know,
This is it.
and Ryan Reynolds, just being him, being who he is, making jokes and and whatnot, and tongue in cheek all the time. It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep asking him. I'm like, sure you are, whatever. And then I don't know if he made it worth his while to the point, or if he just said, hey, this is the script. Because Hugh Jackman's like any other actor. If he reads a script and he loves it and wants to be a part of that project, fuck yeah, So. But I am excited.
There better be a musical number.
Up until they revealed that it was happening, I truly believed that was when I had started believing that it was never going to happen. Like, it's just never going to happen. And then he did, and after he got him to do it, I was like, he was always going to get him to do it.
He was always going to do it.
Right.
And you knew he was going to come back.
But there was a time that I was like, there's no way. He can't do it. Because he sustained a lot of fucking injuries doing that
and
fucking role.
it took a lot
he
out
stabbed his own fucking testicle once. Or his inner thigh or something. But he stabbed himself multiple times.
He did talk about that was one of the reasons he wanted to step away.
It's physically demanding.
But here's the thing.
And he's in his 50s?
Here's the thing to also remember. He's going through a divorce, so he probably needed some money
Really?
to deal with the divorce.
Look out the ladies of the fucking world, dude.
Because divorce lawyers are expensive. It's an expensive process.
Especially considering the money that isn't she famous too or something?
I don't remember. She has some sort of theater background. Like she's like a producer or something.
Yeah. A lot of money, Todd. It's an Australian power couple. Sorry.
Anyway,
point
point
is,
is,
your divorce, my man.
We finally got it after all these years. Thank you, Kevin Feige.
Thank you, Kevin.
It'll be and it's also and truthfully, it's the first time we finally
being the dude that
stop. Jesus, trying to have a conversation. Is it karaoke hour? When the sign says karaoke, we will have karaoke.
I was told that I'd be allowed to be myself.
I lied.
I lied and fuck you. I'm tired of your shit.
I'm trying to get a point across.
Be an automaton, like I like.
This will be like the first full-fledged 20th Century Fox property.
Yeah. So what's next?
MCU property or whatever.
So yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, are we?
I was.
You want to sing about it?
No, I guess I fucking don't, Mr. Pounder.
You know me, always pounding.
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.